I'm Monica of Million Monica over on the Poshmark app, where I am a full-time seller. And today I have a thrift haul coming to you from Style Encore, which is a resale shop that was having a 50% off select sweaters. And even though we're moving into the spring season, I went for it and I have some really great items to show you. And I paid up. What? So this might mean something different to just about everyone who is selling on Poshmark, but I often hear the terms, I paid up for that or whatever on Instagram, and I just wanted to let you know that I paid more than I generally do. When I'm sourcing, I try to keep to a certain amount per item, and I'm pretty mindful of what I'm paying per item. And in this point, I was being mindful, but I had a little bit of extra money in my budget for sourcing this month. And I decided that I was going to kind of get outside of my comfort zone and just kind of experiment with paying up for some more quality items. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm not going to share the exact price of each item. I don't think that's going to benefit you in any way, but you have to figure out, what works for you, what works for your budget, what works for your business. So, that really is very personal. I'm just telling you that I did spend more for these items than I normally do. And this, I want you to keep in mind that this is not a normal haul for me. I normally source from places like Goodwill and regular thrift stores, or I go to the Goodwill outlet bins. And these are not the type of items that I would be normally bringing home from those places. So this is a very just unique haul overall to me. So I just want to share these items with you because I'm pretty excited. There's some new to me brands and some things I can't pronounce. So let's get into it. This first item, pretty basic, is by Moth, which is an Anthropologie brand. And it's a size small, but it's got this really great stripe, kind of a peplum baby doll hem here going on. It's a little bit longer, and it's just in fabulous condition. All of these items that I'm going to show you are in fabulous condition. Otherwise, I would not have paid up for them. So yeah, there's this, it's just a very soft, kind of lighter weight sweater. I think it's perfect for spring, as are many of these pieces. So this next item is another Anthropologie brand. There's a lot of Anthropologie in here, so I apologize if you don't like Anthropologie. There's just a lot of it. That's a lot of what I found. So this is a 1 September piece, which I have seen this Anthropologie label, but I've never actually found it in good condition at my thrift store, so I was excited to find it at Style Encore. So there is some sequins and kind of lace and then a feather print, and I'm really picky about sequins. Like, I rarely will pick up a sequined piece because in the past, I've just always found flaws with the sequins later on, and I just hate that. Like, I hate thinking that it's a great item and then I bring it home and then find a sequin missing. So I tend to just leave sequined pieces at the thrift store, but like I said, all of these items were in really good condition, and this one was no exception, so I decided I'd give it a try. And that was, I think maybe I said it was a size small. This next one is a Angel of the North Anthropologie sweater, and it's more of an open knit cardigan. It's got some length to it, so it's kind of a duster style. And this is just a beautiful, like, ivory cardigan. And I think that's just perfect. As we move into spring and summer, this is a great piece to have with you, especially if you work in like an office that maybe has like air conditioning and you maybe get cold even though it's really warm outside. Like, this is a great color, just a great cardigan to have on hand. This next one is a new to me brand, and I looked up comps and I was actually pretty excited to see how well this brand has done on Poshmark, and the brand is Humanoid. Not sure if you can see that, but Humanoid, and the size is not on this, so I did look on the inside, and that's where I found the size tag, and it's a size small, and it says that it's made in Italy, which is one of the reasons that I picked it up. But I just love the style of these kind of chunky sweaters. It's got a thick stripe to it, which is just one of my favorite styles. I really like the colors, and I think this again will be a great sweater to transition into spring. Sorry, I have like you guys on the coffee table and my dog keeps moving the camera, so I am sorry. This next one is actually a new Tags Free People piece, and it is kind of more of a basic Free People piece, but it's still very beautiful and has some really great details. So you can see kind of a ruffle here on the shoulder, and then some polka dots, and there's mesh. Just it's a really beautiful kind of lilac-y lavender purple, which is really on trend right now. This next one is funny because I was at Style Encore, and I was like looking at it on the hanger, and I was like, who in the heck just put a cardigan over top of a sweater? And like I couldn't figure it out. But it's actually one piece. It is not separate pieces. So I just had to look at the other side. So let me show you what I'm talking about because I'm just rambling at this point. It is a Sleeping on Snow cardigan by Anthropologie. It is a size medium. So it's basically a cardigan over top of a kind of longer duster sweater. And the back of it is where you see that it's one piece. So the shoulders are like sewn together, and then there's these little buttons here that kind of, just a detail. It's just one piece, although it does look like it's kind of meant to be two, but a very unique piece, and I was excited to try it out. This next one is a Free People sweater. I love selling Free People like kind of unique sweaters. They tend to do really well on Poshmark. They get a lot of interest. This one, I don't know if this one is one that I would normally wear myself because even though I love the color, I love ivory colored sweaters. They're my favorite, but it has these like really, I don't know how to show you well. It has like these large factory holes in them. In it, and I just don't know that I would personally like that or want that in my sweater. I think I would like the sweater more if it didn't have that, but I'm sure there's someone out there that's looking for this style, and awesome if that is you. It's just, even though I think it's super cute, the large holes is not really my thing. So anywho, it's kind of a boxy, oversized fit in great condition. It's a size small, but these type of sweaters by Free People definitely can fit like a medium to even large, I would think, because they do run quite oversized. And it's more of like a tunic-y length. So if you haven't seen the Free People tag, that's what it looks like. So yeah. This next piece I picked up particularly just for the style and the print, not for the brand. So this is a brand called Freeway, which I have never even, I don't even know that I've seen this before, but it's called Freeway. It's a size medium. It's definitely not something that I would pick up if I didn't like the style, which I really do. I love this tribal Aztec kind of design and print. It's an open cardigan that's kind of got the waterfall front. So when it's kind of like this, it's kind of that waterfall front. Yeah, and I think someone will really like this. Oh, and like all of this stuff is listed. Almost all of it's listed. This one is, I just love this color. Just seeing it just makes me happy. So this kind of a cream and mustard colored, really long duster cardigan. So this one's a really long length. It's Anthropologie by Anthropologie. It's a size medium, and it's just in perfect condition. It just doesn't look to have been worn. So many of these pieces don't seem to have been ever worn, and I'm not quite sure how or why. Like, they're just beautiful pieces, like, and they retailed for so much. So it's kind of shocking. If you're watching this and you're wondering how I know so many of these brands are Anthropologie, it's because I have done so much research and I've memorized a lot of the brands and the labels. Of course, this one in particular does say Anthropologie by Anthropologie. So of course that's a sign, but some of the others, you know, I've researched and I've memorized. And there's another thing that you can look for as well, and that is on this inner fabric tag, it should have the RN number 66170. Now, just because it has the RN number 66170, say that 10 times fast, 66170, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's Anthro. So Urban Outfitters, Anthropologie, and Free People all have the same RN number. So the Free People sweater, or actually I'll just take this purple one. So this purple one that I just showed you should have the same exact RN number. Okay, so let me look at the fabric tag. Okay, so this one, it does say Urban Outfitters, imported by Urban Outfitters, and it doesn't have an RN number. Does it? No, it doesn't. That is odd. It just says imported by Urban Outfitters. Okay, but it does say Free People. I mean, it's Free People, so that's what I'm going to market it as. Let me find the other one. This one was also Free People. Those are the only two Free People ones, so I want to really show you that a lot of times Free People will also say or have that RN number. Yeah, this one does. So the cream, the boxy one that had the weird holes in it, this one does have the RN 66170, but it's Free People, not Anthropologie. So that's just, you know, obviously Free People, it's a little bit easier because it'll have the Free People tag, but sometimes Urban Outfitter brands get confused for Free People. So do your research. If you're not sure if it's Anthropologie or Urban Outfitters, just Google. We all have Google. Like, Google it and figure it out. Like, oftentimes it's really easy, and I've made this mistake before where I have like, oh, you know, it might be Anthropologie. I think it's Anthropologie. And then I look on Poshmark and someone else has labeled it wrong, and then I label it wrong. So don't fall into that trap. Just use Google. I think that's easier. So I hope I didn't offend anyone by saying that. Okay, this is a Zara piece, and I think this is just gorgeous coloring. It's kind of an open knit sweater by Zara. It's Zara knit, and it's made of Italian yarn. So I rarely find Zara that's Italian yarn, so I was excited that to find this piece, and Zara tends to do okay for me. I just love the coloring. It's like, it reminds me of a grandpa colors, but I just think it's gorgeous. It has these little pockets, and it's, again, this is more of an boxier, oversized sweater. It is tagged a size medium, but it's not like a super tight fitting piece. And yeah, I think that's pretty basic, but again, perfect condition. This next piece is new to me. I have found it one other time, but the one other time I found it, the piece was literally destroyed. Like, it was hanging on a hanger. One of the sleeves was chopped off. There were stains all over it. And I was like, why is this even here? Like, anywho, this brand is, I'm going to show you the label because I can't really pronounce it. I think it's Helmut Lang, but I think I just butchered that. This is a brand that like I said, only found that one other time. I was super excited to find it because this is in just stunning, pristine condition. You can see it has a little bit of like a texture to it, and it is a wool cashmere blend. So it feels incredible. It has this kind of higher side slit, and it's more of a tunic-y length, or a tunic like fit. It's super flattering. Like, if it doesn't sell this spring, it is definitely a sweater I would consider keeping because it just feels so nice, and it is a very flattering cut. So this is very exciting. This particular sweater, when I was looking up styles just on the website, it looks like it probably retailed between like $250 and possibly $400. I don't really know. I couldn't find the exact style online. Comps though were kind of all over the place. So it will be interesting to experiment with this brand and kind of see just what happens with it. But with the cashmere, I'm hoping it does pretty well. Usually cashmere pieces do well on Poshmark. They seem to get a lot of attention anyways. This next piece is just definitely something I probably would have found at my regular thrift store, and I pick up this brand often, and that is Ann Taylor Loft. And I don't know, I have decent luck selling Ann Taylor Loft, and I think, you know, you just gotta go with what you got. And this is basically in brand new condition. So the fabric tag does have that little like removable thing that you're supposed to remove, and it doesn't appear to have been washed ever. It does seem like it was never even worn. And it's this beautiful pastel prints, which are just perfect for spring. I could see someone wearing this for like Easter. And again, the stripes, which I just really like. So that's a great piece. This I've only found once before as well. Actually, that's a lie. I have found this brand a couple of other times. I have received this brand in a mystery box before, and I've also found a pair of shoes. So this is Vince, and it's new with tags, which is incredible. And it's a beautiful lilac, again, that lilac, lavender purple, very pale purple, and it is a silk, I think it's cashmere, silk cashmere blend. Yes. And so, I mean, it's a super lightweight and just feels incredible. This is a sweater I would never be able to keep because I am a mess. Like, I'm a hot mess most of the time. And if something is a very like high dollar or has like a high value and it's a very light color or a light knit like this, I would probably destroy it. Like, I just don't think I could keep something like this intact for very long, because I would like spill coffee down the front of it or something. Just knowing that I'm wearing something high quality just makes me so much more accident prone. If you are also like that and also struggle to own nice things without ruining them, please leave me a comment down below. Like, I am pretty sure I've had a problem ruining everything since I was a very small child. I can remember like crying into the nurse's office when I was a kid because I had like ketchup all over something. So I love pieces like that. I love finding them, but even like owning it for a small amount of time, I'm just like, make it leave. Someone else needs to be in control over this beautiful piece of fabric. Okay. And with that tangent and with that rant, this is just a really fun piece. It is listed on Poshmark and it's already gotten a lot of attention. And this is another Moth by Anthropologie piece. It's a size medium, and it's a very open knit, striped, almost cocoon poncho type sweater. It's very kind of just flowy and a really great transitional spring piece, especially like I talked about earlier. This would be a great piece to wear in the office, or like when I was teaching, this is definitely something I would want in the classroom, because when AC turns on, even though it might be hot outside, it can be freezing inside. So I love pieces like this. And if you are someone who's loving like the rainbow stripe kind of trend, you know, this is a more muted rainbow stripe. So I think this is just a great piece. Next piece, this is a piece that I've actually never picked up because usually when I find this brand, it's not in good condition and comps are not awesome, although I believe it does retail for quite a bit, and that's Tahari. So I've heard a lot about Tahari. Some people say some people say it sells, and some people are like, it never sells for me. Who knows? I don't care. I liked the style and it was in perfect condition. It is a wool nylon acrylic blend and it feels really nice. It feels like quality. It is a hooded vest, like duster thing. It's a little bit longer and it has these front pockets. Again, a really great layering piece. I like items like this personally because in the winter I like to layer them, and these type of vests work better under big bulky jackets. So hopefully someone else likes items like this as well. And this piece actually is an item that I paid up even more for because it wasn't part of their select 50% off sale. But it is an item that I will consider keeping for myself, which is why I did pay up even more, because I knew that if this didn't sell, I would love to keep it. And it is my size. I tried it on. I will list it and just kind of see how it does. And if it doesn't sell, I would definitely love to keep it. So that is definitely something to keep in mind too. You know, you can invest in some things maybe if you will consider keeping it. So this actually, okay, I want to talk about it a little bit more. So it is high, it's an X small, and it has like almost a crushed velvet texture. So it is just super unique. It's kind of floral with, like I said, that texture to it. It's just gorgeous, and it feels amazing. So yeah, it's kind of that cargo utility jacket. And this, I have one more piece I'm going to show you. This is, I consider a rare find, and it's another piece just like the last jacket that I actually paid up even more because it wasn't part of the 50% off sale. Okay, and this is, I think it's like, it's a jacket. It's lighter weight. It's really long. Okay, so it is this gray jacket. It's got this thicker collar, and it's called the tree line jacket. So this is kind of like the tree line kind of detailing. It is super stunning, and it is in perfect condition. I don't believe anyone ever wore this. So it is Angel of the North by Anthropologie. So I did find 2 of this label in this haul. It's a size small. I do think it would fit a medium as well. And it's just absolutely stunning. Now, when I looked up comps, this is pretty exciting. I only found one other of this style that had sold, and it sold for I think like $175, around that. And there's only one other available, again priced around that $175. So I did list it around the same price, and it has already gotten a lot of attention. I am super excited about this piece, and I just think that whoever owns this coat will be super happy with it, and it'll be a great jacket for the spring and the fall. And what I also really like about it is it kind of has kind of a 60s retro vibe. And if you know me, if you watch my channel, if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow my Poshmark closet, you know that I love vintage. And so when anything has kind of a retro vintage vibe, I am all about it 100% of the time. So this definitely does remind me of something that would have came from maybe the 60s. So it also, I don't want to not touch this jacket right now. It has this really large snap closure. So, okay, we're done with this jacket. And maybe you recognized it, but this sweater is actually part of the haul. This is an item that is from Anthropologie. It is Sleeping on Snow. It's a Fair Isle kind of design. This is a Fair Isle design, and it's kind of an oversized kind of poncho batwing sweater, and I have been looking at this particular sweater on Poshmark for a while. And I've almost purchased it like 3 different times from about 3 different sellers. I really actually wanted it in cream, but I wasn't finding the right ones on Poshmark. So I did find it when I was at Style Encore, and it was in my size, so I picked it up, and I decided if I didn't actually like it when I got home that I would sell it. Now, of course, you can see that I'm wearing it. I obviously like it, and I do. I will be keeping this sweater for a while at least. It's in perfect condition. Again, brand new, and I love the batwing style because it is kind of open then on the sides, which I think is just really great when you're working and you're kind of moving. You can still be warm when you've got the sweater on, but you can also get some air as well. So anyways, that's pretty much the end of this haul. I just wanted to also say that, you know, do what's best for you and your business. You know your business best. I normally don't pay up for my inventory, but you can see that a lot of these items were just great quality and great brands, and so it had just worked out for me this particular time to pay up a little bit, but you know you, and that is really all I could say to that. So also, if you like this type of content, if you like haul videos, please make sure you subscribe to this channel because I will be doing more haul videos very similar to this in the future. And also, if you like this video, just please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being here today.